Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. It's time once again for another woeful dose of Warner Brothers Discovery. In a video that I released just before the new Velma series premiered on HBO Max on January 12th, I talked about how a majority of the critics who had seen it were giving it negative reviews. Well, guess what? The audience response is even worse. As of the time that I am recording this video, the audience score for Velma on Rotten Tomatoes is currently sitting at 7%. Not many shows have achieved that low of an audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's quite an achievement. And the tomato meter score is sitting at 53%, which is lower than the 57% that I had previously reported for the critics' reviews just before the show premiered. So the show isn't just hated by the audience, it's also heavily disliked by the critics, which is interesting because critics often defend shows that are as woke as Velma. Thus, there can be little doubt about just how truly bad Velma is. Even my spouse, who watched the first episode of Velma on the night that it premiered, told me the following morning that it was absolutely awful and had zero intentions of watching any more of it. And Velma isn't just getting negatively reviewed on Rotten Tomatoes. On IMDb, the current audience score is 1.8. And it's rare to see anything on IMDb get a score that's under a 2.0. So what do these combined negative audience scores and negative critics reviews say about the writers and producers of Velma? As far as I'm concerned, Velma is a testament to just how out of touch its writers and producers are with the public at large. They wrote Velma to please themselves and their Hollywood elite friends, not the general public. So this show typifies a common problem in today's Hollywood, that it's an echo chamber where the Hollywood elite have totally misled themselves into believing that everyone shares their views and beliefs. But what's truly entertaining about Velma is that it has brought people with vastly different political views together in their mutual hatred of the show, which is the same accomplishment that the despised so-called Harry and Meghan docuseries achieved. So at least it has achieved something. Also, if you watched my video from a few days ago, then you might recall that I talked about a new trailer that had been released for Velma on YouTube the day before it premiered. When I talked about that trailer on the 11th, the video was already being heavily ratioed because at the time it had over 10,000 dislikes and only around 3,600 likes. But today, just 3 days later, that same trailer now has over 346,000 dislikes, as compared with only 10,000 likes. I'll be very surprised if Velma gets a second season on HBO Max. I'll be even more surprised if Velma remains available for streaming on HBO Max a few months after all 10 of its failed first season episodes have aired. Who knows, maybe Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav will have the common sense to have this failed animated series that clearly no one likes removed from HBO Max before all 10 of its first season episodes air. Because if this show had aired on broadcast TV and had done this poorly, it would have already been canceled and pulled from the lineup. Thanks for watching today. And a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.